Hello, this is Greg Allison from Green Greg's Garden and Worm Farm, coming to you from beside this swamp behind me here on my garden and worm farm property. And I'm coming to you today to talk to you about this coronavirus. Specifically, we're going to be talking about China's coronavirus con, or what's really going on. My friends, I think I mentioned in the previous video, these numbers just don't add up. It don't make any sense what's happening in terms of numbers and what's happening in terms of actions from several different dimensions. There's a whole lot of things that really make one go, huh? What? You got to be kidding me, right? So let's have a look at this. Right now, we have reported as of a little better than an hour ago, my time, about an hour and a quarter ago, 12,037 official reported cases. 259 reported dead, and 284 recovered. Well, finally, the recovery number is higher than the dead number. That's some hope, right? Well, I expect that's not really indicative of what's going on. So I'd think that the recovery rate is going to be a lot higher. So I'm going to talk about some other numbers I've heard. Oh yeah, it's in like 26 countries now. So why is it, if you've only got 12,000 cases, that you've got, something over 50 to possibly 70 million people in lockdown? Why is it that people are arrested for driving on the streets in China? Why is it that things are in such a lockdown? Why is it so tight? Well, it may be that the Chinese know something we're not knowing, or it might be that things are not as they're reported. Very interesting possibilities. As one of the things that's most scary that's just come out, my friends, and this comes out from a Chinese research institute. There's a paper out there right now, a scientific paper that is not peer-reviewed, mind you, not peer-reviewed. Oh, Leak Project, flying reptiles. Hey, Rex. Okay, so this is not peer-reviewed, my friends, but the number that they're saying for the infectivity of this is an R0 of 4.08. That is incredibly huge. To paint the picture, R0, what that is how infectivity can pass. If a R0 number is 1, that means one person can infect one susceptible person. Hi, Rex. Yeah, do a follow-up on the 220. Okay, Rex, you want to do that today? So we're going to do that. I'll talk about that in a little bit too on this our program for tomorrow. So one is one person infects one. To give you a picture, it don't take much increase to really get things spreading. The common flu has an R0 of about 1.28. Some very infective, virulent things might be running about 2. I mean, some really, really bad ones. They thought SARS was almost 3. Well, this research, hi, Cody. This research institute in China is saying that the R0 number is actually 4.08. Of course, like I said, it's not peer-reviewed. That is huge. That is so incredibly huge. That is such a fast progression of a disease that I mean, if those numbers are true, the only way that they can limit this is keep people in during the period in which it's infective, to limit exposure, to shut off the spread of the disease. Like a quarantine, for example, if those numbers are true. That would be very, 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 very bad news in terms of spread rate. But anyway, how is it that you have a virus that maybe started on sometime in December, didn't even get on the charts until about the 19th of January, with almost 0 on the charts that you see on some of these websites, and today has over 12,000 reported cases? How do you get something moving that fast in a country? How does that happen, my friends? Also, what does that mean for us here? So if you think about an effectivity like that, what I will tell you, the good news is that you have a period. You have a period in which you can still go out and get things, where you can get prepared, a period that you can take care of yourself. There are now, I believe, 8 reported cases in the U.S. So that is spreading, and spreading fast here. But that's still not a ginormous amount of cases. That says you still have time to go get your supplies, get your beans, your rice, your sugar, your flour, your cornmeal, the things that you're really going to need. Get your fresh vegetables and fruits. keep your immune system up, my friends. You need to have lots of fresh vegetables and fruits. Honey is an antiviral. Eat a lot of the, oh heck, what's the fruit called? It grows wild here. I'm something, not getting the name of my head. But anyway, there's a lot of things that you can take that will help you fight and keep a strong immunity. For example, eat a lot of garlic, an onion a day, or eat a good chunk of onion every day would be really good for you. Garlic is really good for you. Use a lot of turmeric, fresh turmeric, organic turmeric if you can. I grow it. I'm not yet set up to sell it, but I will be doing that. I've got plenty of it here. I'll start selling it soon. Turmeric, I will have a lot of elephant garlic. I'm growing it quite a bit here this year. There are many things you can do to prepare yourself to get ready. Just anything that builds your immune system. Pay a lot of attention to that. So back to this R.0, 40.8. That is something that says this. It says that basically everyone is going to be exposed if it continues to spread, if you don't have a quarantine. But what's happening in China, my friends? How is this going down? I mean, what's happening is that the people in China, of course, are blaming their government. The government is blaming the people. The national government is blaming Wuhan, local officials. They're blaming provincial officials and cities, but the city officials and provincial cities are blaming the governments. But they all blame the citizens. They say the real enemy is the citizens. Is that what we want here? And in fact, there's they passed some law, or they came out and announced in China, it may already be a law, that anybody spreading what they call fake news is subject to 3 years in prison. And by fake news, they're talking about these pictures that people have been sending out from the hospitals, pictures in the hospitals that show people lined up and down the halls, patients everywhere, that the places are crowded. Those pictures, some of them have slipped out. That's considered to be fake news because that don't exist, right? That can't be true. That don't exist. The pictures, they're all CGI. That's just made up. There's people, you know, what are they doing? That's considered fake news, and you can be in prison for that. You know, Pocahontas over here in the United States is trying to get laws passed like that here, my friends, that if you don't follow the mainstream media, you too can be punished. And it's odd how all the countries around the world are lauding China for doing such a great job with this disease, because they're dreaming and salivating over the idea of having the same kind of controls over you and me that the Chinese have, and they're looking for an excuse. Maybe this gives them the excuse they're looking for. So, my friends, this is a very serious situation that we need to be looking into. We need to know how to prepare for, but think about it. This blame game is a dangerous blame game. It's, but what's it really all go back to? What's it really come back down to? So let's talk about the virus itself. The virus, as I said, you know, seems to have originated, at least the first infected people, the people that are on that meat market. So it could have well originated organically, but a guest who's been on Rex's show, the Leak Project, Rex has just left some messages on here a little bit ago, so he's on board. He's also on board with what we'll talk about in a minute. Dr. Paul Cottrell, he laid out the genetic sequence of this virus, and he talked about how in the beginning and the end and in midpoints there's huge blocks of totally intact bat coronavirus DNA that appear in such a way that he thinks is very, very unnatural. So it so happens that also the Washington Times came out with an article talking about intelligence agents from both Israel and the U.S. claiming that this is a manufactured virus. But, of course, the Washington Compost totally disputes that. They claim, oh, we have totally proven that is beyond dispute that this is a natural virus and that everybody else is just fake news. I mean, you should probably spend 3 years in prison for talking about it, right? Well, what's their basis for that? Well, it just so happens there may also be a smoking gun in this whole game. If you remember, I talked about excuse me here. As you may remember, I talked about I had a phone call. So excuse me. So if you recall, I talked about this Dr. Peng Zhu from China. He was researching bat coronaviruses from 2009, I believe. And it just so happens that one of his areas of research was the immunological pathways of this and how to develop resistance even in people from these things. So we have to pay attention to what does this mean? What is it to us? If he was researching that, Was he trying to develop the means where people could, in fact, develop resistance to it for select elite people? Is there something going on? Buffering. Yeah, excuse me for the buffering. Somebody tried to call me. It probably messed up my signal. So I'm doing this from my cell phone. And if you notice that because of the weird view where it's landscape, that's because I'm on a cell phone doing this, and the cell phone don't lend itself to landscape. I've tried it several times and I just can't get it going to landscape. When I'm doing a live broadcast, I can do video from landscape otherwise. So, pardon me for all that. Back to this coronavirus thing. I'm gonna check messages here in a minute. I just want to get through the first part of this. Dr. Peng Zhu may have created this. He may be the man that has unleashed a huge, ginormous pandemic here that may cause untold numbers of people to die. And this may have been a state directed, I'm just saying may, possibly. This is speculation, but there's a bit of a smoke trail here and the kind of announcement they made when they were looking for people to help them. Zero Hedge called Dr. Peng Zhu Bat God, and I referred to him as the real Batman in a recent video. Check out my video on that. Shows a picture of him, you know, kind of from here up. I thought that looked a little bit more interesting. So, my friends, it could have been that they were working on something and accidentally got loose. Because, you know, as I mentioned many times, there's a strong potential for bio-era. No, NASA don't do biological research in this level, Astrius. NASA don't have near that kind of budget. You know, you got the CDC that does that kind of stuff in the United States, the Center for Disease Control. Anyway, I'm not really looking at too many messages on here right now. Dr. Crusher shows evidence of HIV in the virus. Oh, I saw that. How do you get HIV in a coronavirus? So yeah, there's all kind of signs that this may be, this may in fact be an artificial virus. And so the question is, was it released accidental on purpose? If it's artificial, it's out. If it was artificial, it was either one of the two. If accidental, maybe they were developing a biological system that maybe the elite or the people of China might have immunity to. Maybe it got out before they had developed the immunity. Or maybe, just possibly, it's a little more devious. Maybe they intended to get out there first, burn out in China, and then while it's infecting the rest of the world, it's not under such a command system that they might be free to do other things. This is wild speculation, so I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just speculating, just thinking out loud here. What if? We all know China wants to take Taiwan. We know they'd like to put down a protest in Hong Kong and maybe expand a bit in a few other areas of their South China Seas expeditions and whatever they're doing there, setting up those islands in territories that should belong to other countries. So what are they really up to? It could be that if you wanted to do business like this, you might reduce your population a little bit, make it a little bit more in your favor. It seems this virus also tends to hurt men more than women. They do have a higher percentage of men in China, so maybe there's some notion to get that equitable. Maybe the elites already have some immunity to it. Maybe the pathways have been established for that. Maybe, I don't know. But if it starts there, then gets out in the rest of the world, no one would think to blame China for this as being a plan. But what if the real plan is to bring down the West to its knees, and while we're on our knees, drooling with a sneeze, they might take Taiwan by seize. Yeah, they might seize Taiwan. They might do other things while we're totally incapacitated in quarantine here. And maybe while we're in quarantine, you know, the best way to hit someone is to kick them when they're down. And maybe they would hack our grid and hack our infrastructure while we're already down and can't do much about it. Then we're really doubly down on our knees, and then they would be free to take to the seas and grab whatever they want, possibly. Now, that's just wild conjecture. But we do know they want Taiwan. We do know that they want to do certain things. So I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't say that that's not beyond the realm of possibility. I'm not saying it's the case. And I'm not picking on China. I'm telling you the best thing that could happen in China would be for us to pray for peace there and pray that the people get upset enough to bring that government down. And that's a risk they're taking. They're taking a real risk with this. Is it worth it for them to take that kind of risk? Chinese people have overthrown empires in the past when they've been under great duress. and they're definitely under great duress now. At our point, let me stop here. What witness 114 says, at R, no, so at, it mean R, 4.08 RO equals millions infected worldwide. This has been confirmed with a team of doctors in India that HIV is in the virus. China is trying to collapse the U.S. and Europe. That's kind of what I'm referring to, my friends here. That could be the possibility. You know, with a command system like theirs, maybe they can enforce their quarantines a little better. Maybe they can pull stuff on us. So is this a act of A, like an ampersand R, fair? Is it something we pulled on them, or are they pulling it on us? These are all possibilities too. There's just a lot that we don't know about this, but okay, it's worse than that. So they're now projecting some of these same studies that the mortality rate is about 6.5%. In the world today, if this gets out and goes everywhere, which you would expect with an R0 of 4.08, you would expect to see, my friends, up to 500 million people die around the world. You'd expect to see countries in quarantine and lockdown. This is quarantines that could last for weeks on end, maybe months. Countries will be brought to its knees. Economies will collapse. It will be a bad, bad time. This is why I tell you, you better start prepping. You better prep now. You better go out and get things. You better set things up. Do that. Cody Proc. Halo 0202-2020. That's a palindrome, by the way. 0202-2020. My friends, it's been 900 years since there's been a date that's reflective like that, according to something I just saw. Now, I haven't double checked that. I just see a little tidbit go across the internet. Somebody sent me a message that says it's been 900 years since we've had a palindrome date like that. 0202-2020. Tomorrow's a magic day. Tomorrow's Groundhog Day. Let's hope that same thing don't happen forever into the future, unless it prevents bad things from coming. So have a good Groundhog Day, just in case, right? Palindrome date. Does that mean it's a split in time? That on one side we're one way, on the other side we're the other way? Well, let's be the split that puts it in the positive direction, my friends. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So what is happening in China? Why is it that they will not allow in international mediators? Why is it that they stop these people who have offered help? Maybe they don't want you to see how bad it is over there because they're not telling us the truth in the numbers. How do you get something to spread to 26 countries when the caseload is so low there in China? It don't happen. I would say the caseload is much higher. The pictures from the hospitals indicate hallways and hospitals lined with people. I've seen pictures of what looks like dead bodies in the street. Now, we're talking from days ago. Days ago, my friends, this thing is growing exponentially, even with the reported cases. Also, reported cases probably reflect what they're getting with the test kits. Now, I understand they don't really have enough test kits for everyone. So what's really happening? What is going on in China, and what's it going to bring here? Sir, friends, if the R0 is 4.0, then that means almost everybody's going to be exposed to it. Get your immune system up. You do need to quarantine yourself, perhaps. If our society don't quarantine, look, we just brought all those people back from Wuhan, 200 people on that 737. They had to stop in Alaska, of course, and share the love with Alaskans, poor Alaskans. And then they had to go to San Francisco, and then apparently, what I hear, they was talking about keeping them on a military base for a couple of weeks, but I understand a lot of these people got loose already, claimed they would self-quarantine. You believe that? I don't know. My friends, yeah, it's so weird. So let's move the topic. We do know, first to just recapitulate a little bit, face masks are of limited value. Thin ones might cause you more problems than not. I've talked about this in a previous video, how as you breathe and you get it wet, the virus sticks inside. And then if you do have a face mask, you got to take it off properly. Don't be touching all this. Wash your hands after you do that. Dispose of it. The good thick ones are best. The ones with filters, of course, like the painters use, are even better. But they're no good if you don't cover your eyes. They're no good. Your eyes and your ears need to be covered too. Don't put your finger in your ear. Keep your fingers out of your eyes. Don't be touching surfaces everybody else touches. Use a cloth or something to grab things, or a rag, or the cuff of your sleeve. I hate using hand cleaners. I did today on the rail of the shopping cart I used, and I still handled the shopping cart handle with my sleeve. I didn't touch it personally. And I got this beard thing going on. If I wear my face mask, and I do have a full gas mask, I got a couple of them. If it got bad enough for me to do that, I would probably might have to consider shaving. But, you know, as that Rex calls me an Anunnaki, I kind of feel immortal, so I think I'll tough it out. Don't follow that advice, please, my friends. Uh, but you've got to be physically and spiritually whole so that you are mentally prepared. If you're panicked, if you're in a bad state of mental uh, being at that time, your hormones are going to be off. You're going to be more susceptible. Get yourself set. Get yourself set for strength and resolution to have a high immunity. Avoid touching things, anything that's not necessary. Avoid crowds. I would not be at the Super Bowl. You will not see me there. I wouldn't be there anyway. So, okay. The next thing I want to talk about is our 2 minutes for peace. As I said, tomorrow's a palindrome. Rex was suggesting maybe we do something in advance. I have decided to do a live session tomorrow because I'm getting calls for it. I will do a live session, and I will stop, do my prayer, and I will pray silently, and then we will chat again. Now, for those of you that want to meditate, I would say get started early. It takes time to get in a meditative state. If you don't pray, just stop. Be silent. I will do my prayer in silence because there is that thing in the Bible about, the praying in the closet versus the street, if you know what I mean. It's important how you connect, not that you show your connection. That's why I was really reluctant to do it online. It's not a matter of trying to prove to the world where you at or who you are. It's how you connect yourself to the universe, how you connect to the greater creator, the one who set all this in motion. That's what it's really about. And our power of prayer multiplied will be vastly greater than all the prayers individual. So this is where it's really going to count, my friends. The meditation, the prayer. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Mountain Time, 11 p.m. Well, 11 p.m. Pacific Time, right? So that's 10 in Alaska and 9 in Hawaii, I believe. And if you're in the UK, it's you take the 2 p.m. and you add 5 hours to it, it'd be 7 p.m. So Australia, I don't know, some of you have to chime in what Australia is going to be here. All right, so let me look at some chat here real quick. We pray and reprint. Pyramid 7, yo, 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 ho, ho, ho. Talking to Santa here, right? I ever put sterling silver in your mouth? Well, that's silver, colloidal silver is supposed to help out barbicide. What is that, Pyramid 7? Pyramid 7, what's up, my friend? Okay, let's see. Full-term informant is a Christian too. Watch this video for 3 days ago. Use Everclear. All right, so how many people are in the chat? 360, 180 likes. Yeah, give me some thumbs up, guys. Check it out, Greg. Fulton Informer on YouTube. 5G weaponized. Let's see what else we got here. Maybe immunity is given to those who follow the mark of the beast through. Well, you can make your own immunity, my friends. That's what I'm telling you. Make your own immunity. Beard and mustache will not let mass sell. I know that. Hey, my beard is who I am. Bacteria and viruses cannot survive on gold or silver. Yeah, there's a lot of antivirals out there. Also, don't forget to use Lysol, my friends. Lysol, bleach, and things like that. Virus sounds like 2020 Orson Welles scare with optics at the peak of the cold and flu seasons. Like I said, there could be some con going on here, but they sure are reacting to it in China, my friends. And it sure has spread real fast. Bill Gates sold a patent. Well, so did the CDC. What Bill Gates has a patent on is universal vaccine. So, Greg, what I'm about to say would be sent. Okay. All right, Jeff Hobbs. Some things I guess I won't say out loud here. True helper. Do a little more. Chinese could be planning to invade the U.S. A way to hide it. Well, good luck with that. But there's still enough of us standing until unless the guys in Virginia have their way and the legislature there, that they'd have a hard time. You know what the Chinese said about the United States? The General Yamamoto, I believe was his name, in Japan said that What he feared about the United States was an American behind every blade of grass with a rifle. That's why they thought they couldn't invade us. Well, somebody's wanting to take that means away from us, right? I don't really care for that, I got to tell you. Cody says, look up Survivor 1975 on YouTube. Water, bleach, gloves, says Susie Q. Yes, Susie Q. I'm trying to scroll back into some of the True Helper. Hey, hello. Yes, thank you. And Hugh, don't forget the 432 hertz, right? My middle name, as Rex is so fond of humming. So it looks like Georgia Guidestones is now coming forth, says Donna Goldwell. I hope not. So I said Donna Goldie, maybe I pronounced your name wrong. It's hard to see the little names in here because for some reason the names are faint and it's small. Sun Tzu Lao, read my mind on men through, though that's a crazy thought. Well, you know, the handle you got there, Sun Tzu Lao. Definitely distracting the majority of the population. Well, I don't know. My friends, there's something really going on. I'm not going to scroll back through all these comments. There's quite a bit already here. And let me scroll down here because I know people respond to me now. And I got to see what I'm missing as I'm scrolling up. Grow a big garden this year. More worms. That's right, Witness 144. Tiffany 1, what are things I should get? Well, all right, I'll get to that in a minute. Oh, how's my dad? My dad is, he fell and kind of injured himself, but he's went through some rehab and he's recovered and he's back home. Living by himself still. He'll be 99 in April. He's a strong man. Wuhan Corona is very different from the original Corona. It's a whole different game, says Jules 44. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. So the effectivity of it seems to be that it's causing, even for those that get well, they have heart damage and damaged lungs. It's like a really super bad case of pneumonia. So just recovering isn't sufficient. You may never fully recover. I don't know what the rate of those kind of effects are on people. I have no data on that. Does that mean everybody that gets real bad cases like that? I don't know. I can't say. There's just so much that we don't know about this stuff. Worms should be included in every funeral. All right, Rick. If they wanted to thin the population, this is the way to do it, said Mossy from Hunter. Don't take the vac. Says Karen McMillan. Yeah, you got to watch what you say on here. Guys, yeah, we could be getting set up to do something that could be even more harmful to us. That's a possibility. That's what a lot of people really fear more than anything, especially when the people that are setting this up, the people that own the patents for it, are also the same people calling for an extreme culling of the population. I assume you know who I mean. Mr. Bill, you know who. The guy whose name is synonymous with a door made of bars, right? So, you know what I mean. I'm trying to be careful what I say on here. The more they slam you on here real hard, easy. And of course, then there's our campaigner named Blimmer's Burgers, who is trying to limit our rights. So I don't favor that at all. I'm trying. I probably need to start a Patreon page where I can talk a little more free. That's probably what I need to be doing. Just more things to set up. So Suzy Q, yeah, they don't have one yet, but somebody that I just mentioned is trying to develop what they call a universal one. I'm sure they'll try to come up with something to put in your veins, right? Build new gates, said Pyramid 7. Interesting. Do we need some new gates? Yeah, I know what you mean. That's a pretty good play on words there. I kind of like the ones from, I don't know if I can get your name. It looks very Greek. Aristos Milopus. Looks great to me. My apologies for murdering your name. It looks like a neat name. I wish I could hear it. Yeah, he's talking about the gates of hell, my friends. Bloom Burgers out front. I call them bloomers burgers. I got a burger made out of bloomers. Dirty bloomers, I think. Traces of HIV in this new Wuhan strain. Yeah, I keep seeing that. Go buy worms. Thank you, Cody. Cody has done this. Cody has bought worms from me. I'm going to have to increase the prices here. The postage has gone up on me too many times since I did last time. I'm getting when I'm actually starting to lose money on some of these orders, especially ones going out west. Speaking Spanish, hola. Okay. All right. So we've looked at some of the chat here, my friends. This is not a pretty picture. Shannon says, stay happy and raise your vibration. Shannon, you're so right. And like I said, you know, it's, your frame of mind is very important. If you let them get you down, your immune system will collapse. Keep in a good spirit. Don't let them take you down. Stay strong. Stay resolute. Find something to laugh at, always, no matter what. I mean, you may not be in the funniest of times, but there's always something to keep you strong. Keep your immune system up. Do not panic. It's the worst thing you can ever do. Like I said, there was one YouTube channel that says, it's not time to panic yet, but I'll tell you when to panic. I'm going to tell you, don't ever panic. Yeah, don't ever panic. Don't go there. It serves you no good. How can you accomplish anything by panicking? Now, you might get in a hurry. You might get a little more resolute about what you do, but panic does not serve you. So, somebody just asked what to get, what to do. Buy Lysol, buy gloves, get some maybe double, triple strength face masks like the M95, but have good eye gear. If your eyes aren't covered, you're not doing anything for yourself. And learn to take them face masks off. Buy supplies to survive with. You need to store water. Water's the one thing you need the most of. You need to know how to purify and sanitize water. I've done a video on that. Check it out. You can even use old plastic bottles and gravel and sand and leaf matter. Charcoal. You can make your own charcoal from burning a fire. I covered that in the video. But definitely stock up on water. You don't know if your city, if everything goes down and everybody's under quarantine, if they can fix things when they break down. You may be out of power. Vinegar, yes. I use vinegar to sanitize things I spit on stuff I eat. Vinegar is a good thing to kill bacteria and viruses too, I believe. But I spray on stuff before I eat it. A lot of food. I wash it down with vinegar. Chlorinated water, I hate it, but you know it does have some effectivity in it, but not as good as vinegar. Get the Lysol. Get Clorox. Clorox has limited shelf life. Buy food that lasts a long term. Buy lots of it in case your refrigeration goes down. Peanut butter lasts a long time. Go buy, you can still get, go to My Patriot Supply and get long-term food storage supplies. You can get them right now. They're like, I think last time I checked, 20% sales on a lot of those. So check the links on, I don't know if, I didn't post any of my last couple of videos. I've just been too busy to post the links. Maybe I'll get one on this video, but go check out some other videos and you'll see links to My Patriot Supply, links to my worm farm. You better be prepared to grow some food in your house. I've done a lot of videos on growing microgreens. They were exceedingly unpopular for some reason. You know, I got a whole lot of thumbs down and people complaining to me about those videos. I'm gonna tell you what, if you're sequestered and can't leave your house after 2 or 3 months, you'll be dying for something green and fresh to eat, my friends. So you'll wish you had really paid attention, prepared for that. So microgreens are really good for you. They got 40 times more nutrition than regular vegetables. So if you really want to get good nutrition and build your immune system up, you can't beat microgreens. They're wonderful. Go with it. Grow them. Go to True Leaf Market. I've got links out there for True Leaf Market. Buy your supplies to grow microgreens. Watch my videos on growing microgreens. I show you the soilless method. There are other channels that show you how to grow them in soil, and I will do that in future videos. You know, so there's a lot more to come. Mainly buy dried beans, food, just stuff that stores for a long time. Rice. You know, you can buy some spoilable stuff, but don't buy more than won't keep in your refrigerator after, you know, you better give it just some limited time to think that you might have power, because it's a heck of a time we might get hacked. Okay, this video's gone. We're gone for 30 minutes here. Buy some bags of chia, hemp, seeds at the grocery store. Yes, Pyramid 7. Yeah, you want to buy bags, buy duct tape, buy plastic so you can cordon things off. If you got a sick person in your house, you need to have a room to cordon them off and just split the plastic, and so you can hand them stuff through the slit or down the center, maybe overlap the pieces. Dried fruit, said Marie. Yeah, that lasts a long time. That's one way to get fruit. It's a little bit higher in the sugar content, but dried fruit lasts a long time. It's how our ancestors used to keep fruit to have it to eat through the year. You get a lot of vitamins. You definitely can stock up on vitamin C, vitamin D3. Make sure you're taking and eating things that give you vitamin K, green leafy vegetables, fermented foods. A lot of those will only last so long. The dried fruit and vegetables are really good. Oh, Suzuki, you're welcome. You can buy 100 pounds of bento at a lot of farm stores. Yeah, farm stores, Sam's Club. Pinto beans go a long way and they give you a lot of protein. and they're really good for. I'm making 5 gallons of pickled eggs, says Steely Dan. Awesome. Dutch is, what was I thinking of? Elderberry. That was the one I couldn't remember a minute ago. Elderberry. Yes. If you can go out and buy elderberry jelly or anything with elderberries in it, buy elderberry. Elderberry is a strong antiviral. That's what I was searching for. I couldn't remember the name of it a minute ago. So elderberries are somehow, Duchess made me think of that. I don't know what the connection was, but I saw her name at elderberry came to me. Regrow vegetables brought from groceries. Yeah, you can do that. You know, the core of a vegetable is often something that can sprout out and start a whole new veggie. Bleach your letterbox. Yeah, anything you buy coming from overseas or shipped in, or anything you're bringing in from other places, be sure you can spray it with Lysol, put some bleach on it. You can water glass eggs if they are fresh and unwashed. You can make eggs stay a lot longer, preserve them, keep them in a cool, dry place by putting mineral oil on them. They last longer. Somehow mineral oil makes them go. Elderberry wine. Well, Pete, maybe. Buy goats, said Cody Pry. Yeah, if you got some place to graze them, goats are great. Goats, chickens, rabbits. We got rabbits. Oregano oil. Yes, oil of oregano is very powerful antiviral. Oil of oregano is one of the best antivirals and antibacterials. Definitely get oil of oregano. Get oregano's. I have grown a little oregano here. I do plan to do more of it for that reason. Licorice powder and oregano oil. So let's use the Q. Morgana peas. Get activated charcoal in case you need to make your own respirator filters. There you go. Absolutely. You can buy activated charcoal. You can order it. Buy it on 25, 50-pound bags. That's a good idea. You can make charcoal. You can make your own charcoal, but if you can buy the activated charcoal, you're ahead. Especially if you're living in an apartment where you can't really run a campfire, right? Moringa, says Tina. Okay. No fear, stay happy, says Shannon 222. Yeah, your handle there is not close to what we're doing tomorrow. 0202 2020. So let's see here. Red algae extract is supposed to help you. I've heard turmeric is a great antioxidant. Turmeric has many huge beneficial effects on your body or your immune system. It's found in mustard. It's activated by oil. You need to have some kind of oil with it, like olive oil or coconut oil. Just make sure it's virgin, cold pressed. And pepper multiplies its effectivity about 1,000-fold from what I hear. So olive oil or coconut oil, cold pressed virgin, and throw in some good black pepper, hopefully fresh, and some turmeric. I have my own turmeric. I cut some up and put it in the salad last night. That's the way I eat it. And I eat it fresh. I eat lots of it. Bleach, 50%. Bleach, 50% water for black mold. Yeah. Well, if you get, I don't know what that is. Concrobrium.com. I don't know what that is. Okay. N95 mask will do no good from that virus. Get a CBRM. Yeah, if you've got the filter respirators, the separate respirators, it's far better. If you got a military gas mask, I have a couple of them. That's better. N95 will work if you follow the correct protocol. If you take it off, put it on. If also you have glasses and ear gear. But even the N95 is questionable. I'm probably personally, it's going to get bad before I show you my beard. All right. Guys, you're wonderful. We still got 401 people in the chat room. That's awesome. That may be a record. Give me some thumbs up, guys. Spread this message, because what people really need to know is that this virus may be far more dangerous than we realize in terms of its rate of infectivity. The R0 numbers are terrible if those are true. If they're true. Like I said, the paper's not peer reviewed, but it did come out of a Chinese institute. So they had the clinical data to work with and other data. That's extremely bad news. That's extremely bad news. SARS had a R0 value of about 3. And they claim that the mortality rate with this disease is about the same. But if this disease also has HIV in it, it may have a residual mortality coming later. It might be it kills people today, and then 15 years ago, you get a second wave. What does that mean if it's got HIV in it? HIV can take up to 15 years to manifest in people. What are they spreading on us? Is it going to hit us in 2 waves, kind of like chicken pox? You get chicken pox, and then many years later, you get, decades later, you get shingles? What does this mean? Bianco Research predictive model says 183 million affected by February the 21st. Well, my friends, that's 20 days from now. That is 20 days from now. And that's the amazing drop left that comment. Bianco Research, I don't know, I'm not saying that name right. Research predictive model, 183 million affected by February 21st. Well, if the value, R0 value is 4.08, it actually could be worse. We'll have to do another video where I'll walk you through those numbers and talk about it. Y'all do not eat out. I'll probably eat out tonight, but not in a Chinese restaurant. I'm really going to start limiting that. I probably will stop eating out really soon. Because right now we're at about the same level they were in China, probably here in the United States in December. We've got, just a handful of cases. But it's not going to take long if it's R08 for it to be a lot more. Stock up on pet food. Yeah, anything that you buy, pet food, toilet paper, paper towels, you better start stocking up. Go to, if you got a Sam's Club or Costco membership, go shopping. Do it now. Stock up as much as you can. Go check out my My Patriot Supply links on my other videos. Go shopping. Do it now. You'll have that stuff in a week or two, hopefully, before this stuff starts getting bad. If it comes in too late, start spraying it down. That stuff was grown mostly in Utah, I think, and packaged there. Yeah. So, Suzy Q, I hear you. So pool stocks last longer. Yeah, if you got the pool stock, last a lot longer. Bleach, as I said, has a very limited shelf life. So does gasoline. Go to Sam's Club and get squared away, folks. Yeah, you're right, Duchess. You're so right. So, yeah, Dutch's last name, Eberline, made me think of elderberries. Thanks, Duchess. So elderberry, very strong antiviral. Well, yeah, we got a lot of good comments in here. We could live in, what's Cody saying? We should end the live with a halo. Oh, end it. You want to end the live with halo? Is that what you want to hear? Maybe I'll broadcast some light. We all need to put light out in the universe, my friends. We all need to broadcast our light to the universe. Go hug a friend or something. So, yeah, praying for everyone, praying for peace. We can pray for peace at all times. Maybe we should have some, we're going to do more of these dedicated sessions. We will pick topics and we'll have to dedicate something specifically to this virus real soon. And I think another really good date for a major push will be the 22nd of February, but I don't think we're going to wait till then. So I tell you what, my friends, wait 2 minutes after I end this video and say a prayer. We got 393 of you on here. Pray. Halo, said Suzy Q. Okay, it sounds like it might be a plan then. Should we start out by humming, Hugh, then get silent for 2 minutes, then go, halo. Hug your family and your dog. Yes, Cody. Amen. Cody's got a wonderful family. He's got a very good parents. Cody's a young man who's a hardworking young man. He bought worms. He's doing things. He's got a good head on his shoulder. I really appreciate you, Cody. You and your family, too. And pass the word, Cody. Let your family know that I'm saying good things for them, too. Awesome people. Yeah, they're RJ Sunflowers. You're from East Tennessee. That's where Cody's from, by the way, RJ. So you're not far away. East Tennessee. I was just up in Tennessee and get air in my dually back tires on my Betsy Blue 1-ton truck, my 76 truck, because one of my tires is low on air and I got to get a big ton load of horse manure tomorrow. Sometime other than when we're meditating, right? Before or after, of course. So, BC. Yeah, okay. Who we got from BC? It's Oak. It's hard for me. I can't see all the letters. I wish I could scroll the screen up. Oak Magnan Mike, BC. Well, British Columbia is one of the first places in Canada that got cases of this. British Columbia is a beautiful place. I've been there. I drove down through there when I left Alaska, and I went through this what's the name of that valley? It's the Fraser River Valley, going down from the top of what's the equivalent of the Sierra Nevada in British Columbia. You'll have to help me with that, Mike. Driving down into Vancouver. Oh, that was such a beautiful country. Oh my God, it was like where Heidi, from Switzerland would be. It was gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful country through there. So, and it was the whole drive was wondrous, driving from Alaska to Alabama. But I crossed the Canadian Rockies 3 times in that trip. That was awesome. So do you want to be protected from the virus? Pray. There you go. Absolutely. And maybe we should pray from each other. Chattanooga, well, Timothy, well, you're just, Timothy Mahoney, you're just up the road from me. That's just a 2-hour drive at most. I've gone to Chattanooga many times. Angels and aliens. Greg, great job. Help raising the level up for prayer. They should be a regular thing on your channel every week. Make a new issue. Peace to you. Well, we'll certainly be doing this more often. My life's kind of hectic because I got a day job. I've got a worm farm, a garden. As you can see behind me, let's walk over here. Here's some of my sled beds that I'm just prepping. Got to put worms in them soon. And over here you can see I've got my elephant garlic coming up, the various garlics. The dead plants are turmeric, the roots are in there, they're still good. My whole garden's planted out right now even. My greenhouse, it's got a lot going on here. So I stay really busy. My day job has had me extremely busy lately, getting some things out, and I'll have another real busy spell with it. And by the way, I don't know, they get challenged. I'm a guy, I talk loud, and they don't like guys that talk loud, so they pat me on the back and kick me in the rear end all in the same day. Because I'm a loud person. I'm working in Cubeville, and you can't be a loud person in Cubeville, so, you know, I got to get this place going right here where I can be myself. I'm a dog working in cat's world, and it just don't fit, my friends. I need to be out here and informing you. I need to go more full-time with these kind of things. Julie Day says, yo! Thank you, Julie Day. Jeff said, amen. So, yeah, you can't be a cat in a dog's world, or a dog in a cat's world. That's who I am, the dog in the cat's world. So it's a rough place to be. I'm just a little too loud when I talk. But it's good for reaching out to people. It's good for speaking. It's good for running media channels like YouTube. That's the other thing. I got 2 YouTube channels. 2 YouTube channels, a day job, a worm farm, a market garden. Very little sleep. Tricia Atkins says, love you and thank you, Greg. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. But no litter box, said Mark Hook. Yeah, that's where I work. It's a cat world, no litter box. Thank you. I pray for an incredible dome of protection over all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing but a bunch of, yeah. Ah, you know, don't you, Amazing Drop? Yes. Office politics can be quite awful. And yeah, so Amazing Drop, I see you've been there. Yeah, I'm about ready to blow all that off. But yeah, jack of all trades, yeah. Thank you, Paula's Natural. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm amazed we still have 375 people here. 300. So, yeah, you're a real dude. Super authentic, says angels and aliens. So many just say, don't be scared. Just so many say, don't be scared, be prepared. Right. Just like just another line of other YouTubers. You take the time to help us learn to survive, thrive. Yeah, survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. That's our ambition here. We want to live, but we want to do so in a thriving manner. And we want to do so with freedom of thought, freedom of speech, to maintain our freedoms. Our freedoms are without our freedoms, who are we? But some ant, worker ant, a robot. Freedom is important. They're trying to tell us these days that freedom is terrible. You shouldn't have freedoms. They're trying to take your soul, my friends. Don't let them. Don't let them do it. Stay alive, thrive, and out of the hive. So let's survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. We'll do it together, and we'll share the kind of information to do that here, and we'll take action to make sure that it works. So sometimes we'll be talking about things to do to maintain our power grid. Sometimes we'll be talking about other action we can take to promote and advance our agenda for freedom, life. And often it will be just things that we can do individually to learn how to grow our own food, to learn how to thrive, survive, and stay out of the hive. At American Sisters use kerosene heater. Yeah, well, I got a kerosene bullet thing out of my greenhouse there, and also Clarence Clearwater, says Avi. Yeah, there we go. Says Avi May. Humanity be free. Love you. Thanks. Very good. Okay, Judy Day. Judy, you're great. Thank you. You're the man, says Raymond Banks. Alrighty, guys. So, liberty. What did he say? Freedom! William the Wallace, right? Braveheart. Wonderful movie. I loved it. Liberty. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, right? That's what we're supposed to be about. So let's keep about it. Let's keep that going. We can. We can work together. We're all uniting. They can't beat us because we have the numbers. The numbers are on our side, my friends. We can keep our life, our liberty, our pursuit of happiness. We can survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. Just make sure you keep your eyes wide open and head on the swivel because you don't know what's coming. And right now, a lot of stuff's coming at us. Trains are coming at us in every way you look. Are you from Kentucky? I've had family, ancestry from Kentucky, but I'm not from there personally. Okay. Too many people spreading freedom instead of freedom. Yes. They want you to be dumb. I do believe that. Think for yourself. Keep your head clear. Think. Western Pennsylvania. All right. Awesome. Karen. Paula's Naturals. All right. And I love my Kentucky home, says Tricia Atkins. Yeah, there's a lot of great places in Kentucky. Absolutely. Some of my ancestors went into Kentucky Stewarts. They went in when Danny Boone was first going into Kentucky. So freedom rings. Yes, sir, says Charles. Freedom rings. Me to man. Me to man, says Denzel Lewis. All right. Survive. Wear a mask, folks. Stay out of the grave. Just make sure you do that mask thing right. And keep your eyes covered. Thanks on behalf of 52% plus of the United Kingdom, said Matt G. Hello, United Kingdom. Join us at 7 p.m. your time tomorrow for our 2 minutes for peace. I hope people around the world join that. I hope we have people from the Mideast join. I hope we have people from China joining. This is a global outreach for all humanity. Because as I always say, and I'll always maintain, there are good people, beautiful people, every place on this planet. Smart people. There are people that we can learn so much from. People that can bring so much to humanity in every corner, nook, and cranny of this planet. So it's those that play games of power and control that cause us problems. Be the man or the woman, wear a mask, says Tim Owens. Just be sure it's not a flimsy mask, my friends. I'm not shaving my beards. I hope my mask works. Yeah, Nathan, I hear you, buddy. I'm with you. Greg say, Wolverines! Yeah, looks like that might be coming. All righty, my friends. Freedom! Yes, sir. That's who we're about, what we're about. And so next time I see y'all live, I might do a recorded session tonight. I'm not sure. I got so much going on. I might, but I got a lot of admin work I got to do to prepare for my worm orders tomorrow. Like I said, I might do a recorded session tonight, but probably the next time you see me will be tomorrow for our live session. Cody says thanks. And hello at the Amazing Drop, said she's cute. Yeah, the Amazing Drop's interesting here. I have to learn more about you. So you were an engineer at one time. Cody Proc. Hello, Greg. My mask looks great with my goatee, says Chris at Massa Socialist. So you're from Massachusetts, eh? Well, yeah, I got a little bit more than a goatee going on here, my friends. It's pretty thick back in here, as you might see. I like going on back in there. I've been pulling on it all the time. I'm kind of breaking it off here in the front lately. I've been pulling on a lot, catching my zippers. Kind of rough on the beard. I love you too, Susie Q. You know, I got a lot of great subscribers, a lot of great followers. The people that, like, we got 357 people. You've been here for an hour now almost. You know, you're here because you care. You're here because you're trying to make a positive difference from the future. You're here because you're the change you want to see. You're here because you're going to be the change for the future. Gentlemen, ladies, you are poised to build a better future for all of us. And if it really hits a fan, we'll shake it off, stand up and get out on the other side and start a new world. And it'll be a beautiful world if it really hits the fan. If we can stop that, then we will. But we'll do whatever we can to make this a better world, one way or the other. We're going to get through this, my friends. We just got to hang in there and work together on it. So, Cody Proc says, Greg, tell Rex 5G is in Sweetwater, Tennessee. Man, I'm going to put that stuff everywhere. Hi, Greg, coming here late. Darn it, said Shannon M. Well, hey, look, Shannon, it'll be something you can watch here in a little bit once I end the video here. And I don't know, I have problems with the, oops, dropping my phone. I have problems with these thumbnails. I try to upload a thumbnail that don't take. It always takes a picture of you. You got a picture of me inside with that tapestry of a guy with a dog sled. I used to have that over my bed when I was a kid. And eventually, and finally, I did go to Alaska and live 2 years, so I saw plenty of that. So I love the dog sleds. I love Alaska. It's a beautiful country up there, beautiful land, great people up there. Alaska's beautiful. So from Alaska to Alabama, quite a swath. Yeah, we have a beautiful country, beautiful people, and we got beautiful people all over this world. Some of those in power, they fear us. Maybe it's because of all the things they've done to us, what they like to do. They want to totally control us. And I'm not in favor of that, my friends. I assume you're not either. We shall endure. XX Love from England. Yes, Julie Day. Well, we got some other people from England here. Awesome, awesome. Brexit. Yes, for Brexit. Heck yeah, Brexit. See, wait, hold on, before I get off here. See, that's a crack. That's a crack in the new something order, right? That's a crack in globalism. So globalism be gone. Yeah, they want to set up 10 districts worldwide, with that being one. And y'all cracked it. So my hat's off to you. Thank you. But what we see things going crazy. What we see is a lot of their plans breaking and shaking, but they're getting desperate and they're pulling out everything they can right now. So, the current POTUS in the United States was not supposed to be elected according to their plans, but he was. They had the CIA and the FBI working against him. They had all kind of things lined up to stop that from happening, but it happened anyway. Brexit happened anyway. Now, I don't know, sometimes I don't know why our president did not let Julian Assange go. Why, the poor man today is all drugged up from what I hear in pitiful conditions, so I don't know. There's some things I have to wonder about. But whether you support the POTUS or not, the fact of the matter, he was elected by people that didn't want a deep state. And that remains. That remains true. Love the information and the updates. Chattanooga, Tennessee here. Choo, 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 Rooster Bean. Oh, you are the Chattanooga Choo Choo. Now I know that. I've seen you come in here quite a few times. Thank you, Choo Choo, Rooster Bean. So we will not comply. There you go. That's it. Queen is broke. Wow. Renee, okay, let's see. There you are. So that's why the 2 minutes for peace has a real opportunity. Look at Iran. The people are calling for the Ayatollahs to step down. People in China are calling for Xi Jinping to step down. So we have a unique opportunity, a crossroads. And that may be why O2 2020 is a palindrome. It might be the point that we can make a difference. Why don't we inject our energy into it and split it right there? Whew. Time. And the next time from there out, be positive. That the people's in charge, not the powers that be. It's the people. So let's take this and make it positive. Love from North Alabama. We will not comply. Stand up, people. So that's Elaine Phils. All right, Elaine Phils. Oh, cool. Well, you're probably from somewhere really close by, Elaine. Be good to hear from you again. All right, so you can leave a comment below. Please do. And so y'all can also make more comments. You can leave a lot of comments below. I try to check them when I can. Like I said, I got a lot to do tonight. I was hoping to get another video. I wanted to get 2 or 3 videos out last night. And I was just dead. I was knocked out. It was a stressful week at work. Very stressful. So I just didn't get everything accomplished I wanted to. My farm is growing in Miami. All right, Robert. Awesome. Karen Caldwell. Greg. Where is the tribe info? I did put a couple of videos out about tribe. And what I've asked some people to do is to email me at harcspace, HARCSPAC, at AOL.com, and I've got to go back through those. I need somebody to kind of volunteer to collate some of this information for me. I'm so choking right now. But I did, I'm working with a family in northwest Arizona on a startup tribe location, and we're also trying to start a little worm farm thing there. We're doing some experiments to see what's the best growing medium that we can work with there for the worms. Paula's natural. Yes, Paula. I agree. End them. That's another good step. Don't apologize, bro. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, I got a busy life, but I would like to be more resolute and focus more on these kind of things. I've got this habitat I want to build. A lot of things to do. I want to build, forward this tribe movement. So I'll put more out there. We'll work it together. I may have to get a couple of you to volunteer to help me out. So I think I beat on this horse enough for the day. This video is gone for just a few seconds shy of an hour. This is a long live cast, but you're awesome, awesome audience. You're awesome people. You're awesome subscribers. You wouldn't be here if you didn't care, as I said many times, and that's obvious. You've hung on this time, all this long. Are you familiar with Weaving He's Morning? Shannon, I don't know about that, so no, I guess not. Maybe I've seen it. I've seen a lot of stuff. Green beans grow all year long. Maybe grow them indoors. So, got goats to go feed. That's right, Cuddy. So let's get out of here, everyone. To all of you, I say thank you very much for watching. Big hugs. Be positive. Like I said, when I stop this video, after 2 minutes after I stop, it stopped for 2 minutes and say a prayer that this coronavirus thing can be damped down. Anyone and everyone, thank you so much. 296 likes. That's almost that's 2/3 of the, well, that's almost equal to the number of people in here. Holy smoke, that's great. That's probably record for, give me some thumbs up. Yeah, that's probably a record number considering 299. We got 330. We're almost up to the number of people watching. Oh, wow. How about that? 301 likes, 331. We're on 30 shy. Now we're less than that, 303 likes. Wow, amazing. Now, yeah, awesome. Thank you, everyone. So, guys, I really appreciate all of you. You're wonderful people. You're why I do this. You're great. I really appreciate it. Hugs to everyone. Much love. And let's be the change we want to see. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And have an awesome, super Saturday. See you on Sunday. 2 for 2. 02/02/2020. Bye, y'all.